I think we're live, y'all. Let me get my phone set. Well, am I live? It shows that I am live. Let's see. I'm going to fix everything. There we go. Who we got on here? Hey, Thomas. I'm assuming. Hey, Adam. I'm assuming everything's working. This went good. I got a little bit of a glare, but I'm going to leave it alone. I don't need to be messing with it. How are y'all doing this morning? Hey, Tracy. I guess it's you and Mike, or no, that'd just be you, I guess. Y'all, I got hot apple cider. I don't know what I said in my video. Hey, Sabrina. But my two-part series to the apple butter and apple jelly, if any of y'all watched towards the end, I said, I'm going to sit down with a cup of hot apple cider vinegar. I mean, where does them words come from? So then I had to go in there and subtitle it, apple cider, not vinegar. I mean, who would sit down and drink a cup of hot vinegar? Well, it came out my mouth. Hey, Mary Catherine. Good morning, single man. It's nice here today. It's kind of overcast. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's just right. I'm going to get in the garden after this. Go ahead and do my garden update. And I got a few things I got to replant that didn't come up for whatever reason. I think the doves got it because I don't know if y'all remember last week I was talking about the doves. There was 12 of them in the garden and I was shooing them off. And good morning, Rainbow. And I think that was the reason why some stuff didn't come up. But I tell you what, now that everybody's on, I'm going to have to scoot y'all over. Let me get this. There we go. Good morning, Mo Homesteading. How you doing, darling? Hey, Sarah. See who all gets on here. All right, did most of y'all watch the two-part series of making apple butter and apple jelly? I believe one went out Sunday, the apple butter, and yesterday, which was Monday, the apple jelly went out. Good morning, Bub. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Vera. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Well, I didn't know what the topic was going to be today, and I thought, let's stick with the most current videos that I did. And I did a lot of research, and I spoke to some of you that's on here, trying to figure out, is canning really worth it outside of us controlling what we're putting in our bodies? That seems to be the hype topic for the last few years. So what I did is I sat down and I looked at 4 different stores, chain stores, one being Walmart, one being Kroger. I even looked on the Amazon online. And then I did a local grocery store that we have here called Brookshire's Grocery. And what I wanted to do is do a comparison. So I looked at what pint jars would be, which would be 16 ounces. A lot of these jars are 17 ounces, so I'm just going to call them 16 ounces. And if one was 230, one was 260, yada, yada, on 4. I added them up, divided them by 4. That gave me my average. And I said, oh, okay. Hey, Mike. So then I said, all right, let me look at comparisons to the organic, to the just shelf. And we wonder why canning is just something that you're seeing in the homestead community. It's a dying art. I understand why. But now I'm just going to talk about my expense. And then I'm going to move over and flip the page over to the research that I did. And it kind of makes you scratch your head and go, you know. But we got enough on here to get started. Okay. I ended up with, and I'm going to start here, I ended up with 5 pints. Now, I did do 7 12-ounce jars for my apple butter, but if you do the math, it came to 5 pints of apple butter. I made 18 pints of apple jelly. And you say, well, that's quite a bit. That's 23 pints total. Okay, well, my apples. Let's start there. This was on 20 pounds of organic apples. So I'm going to buy them. I still have to come home. I still have to wash them, you know, to get some of the wax off because they're packaged. They do have wax. No, I didn't order these from Azures or somewhere else. Sam's offered them, and it was at a good price. So I got 20 pounds of organic apples for $24, which what I didn't realize is if it didn't say 100% organic, did I really buy organic? See, I didn't know that this year the U.S. labeling has changed. You have regular, organic, 100% organic. Who knew? I thought organic was organic. Now, y'all might know the difference. I didn't know this till yesterday, that I might have didn't buy organic. I bought better than what the standard would be, but because it didn't say 100% pure organic, that means I didn't really purchase organic according to the new labels and the guidelines. So I said, okay, fine. $24 is what I spent in apples. My shear gel, 7 boxes. Mind you, this was 23 pints. $13.44. Thinking, man, this is starting to add up. Then I get to the sugar. Of course, I buy my sugar in bulk. So I took the average cost of that, divided it up by the amount of pounds, which gave me 11 pounds of sugar is what I used, $8.50. Then my lids. Now I already had jars, so I had to include my lids. That was $5.25 for 2 boxes. That's correct, Mo. And then my spices, I said, well, how do I figure my spices? You know, I already have the cinnamon. I have the nutmeg, you know. I have some brown sugar. So I just said $1.50, you know. I didn't sit there and figure out what my large cinnamon would cost to buy. I didn't do all that. So I just said $1.50. So my total cost for this batch of jelly and apple butter I made was $52.69. If I would have to purchase my jars, that would have been 2 cases. 1 jar left over would have been $69.94. So let's just say 70 with jars. Let's say $53 if you didn't buy your jars. But now that's a lot of jelly if you were just 2 people. This is not a lot of jelly when I'm feeding grandkids and family members, okay? So then I divided it up. I said, all right, self, if it's just the $53, because I already had my jars, I'm paying $2.29 a pint by making it myself. $2.29 a pint. Because you don't take in your labor. I don't include labor because it's a labor of love, and I don't put that's just my preference. So I'm not going to add in the hours and all of that. I'm just not going to do it. It's a labor of love. It's what I want to do. But then I did the division of the $69.94. So let's just say $70 with jars. And it was $3.04. Good morning, Country Homestead Preacher. Hey, Mr. Pete. So then it was $3.04 a pint. Now this is my organic. But was it really organic? Because it didn't say 100%. So I said, okay, it's just Lippy's jelly and Lippy's apple butter. Because there's a reason to my madness why I'm going down the line. So then I looked at the cost comparison in the stores. Remember, I did 4 stores, added up, divided it by 4, got an average. Organic. This is the 100% organic, and some didn't even say 100, it just said organic. So, good morning, Heaven's Essentials. So, apple butter blowed my mind. $6.96 a pint for organic apple butter. Now, that's 17 ounces. Some was 16, but I'm just going to weigh on 17 ounces is 16. Times 5 jars. Remember, I only got 5 pints of the apple butter. I think I said jelly a while ago, but it's apple butter. $6.96 a pint. That's $34.80 plus tax. That's it. Okay. Apple jelly. $4.68 a pint times 18 pints. That was $84.24. The total, if I went and purchased, was $119.04 plus tax. So let's round it up to $132 across the board if I went 10% across the board. Because in Louisiana, we have a tax 1 and a tax 2. Okay. So, or knock $2 off and just say $130. To do what I did for $52.69 or $69.94 if I had to buy my jars. Well, I'm getting to that, Mo. The more I research, now mind you, I'm a slow researcher. No pun intended when I say these 2 names, but I don't know how to say it. The millennial generation and the Gen X. Oh, they blow this old gal out the water when it comes to research. I wouldn't put myself up against them, okay? I'm just learning this research stuff, okay, with electronics. I'm kind of old school common sense. If I can't pronounce the word, I must not need it. I don't need to digest it. I'm old school, so forgive me. So the younger generation's got something on us, maybe older ones, but I'm learning. So then I went to non-organic. This is what blew my mind. So we talk about the consumer. We talk about just living expenses, just trying to make it from paycheck to paycheck. Non-organic apple butter, $2.24 a jar. Total for 5 would have been $11.50, and that's the top shelf. It's the Mussman's, I don't remember the name. I should have wrote it down, but it's what they call the top shelf. So I could have bought all 5 jars of apple butter for $11.50. Apple jelly. I didn't even know apple jelly was this cheap. I could have got 18 jars for $42.12. So if I just wanted to go to the grocery store and buy what I just made, it would have cost me $53.62 with tax. So yeah, if I'd already had my jars, I saved $1 and some change. If I had to purchase my jars, I was out $15 more than if I went to purchase it. That shocked me. Yeah, our system is broke, y'all. System is broke. Because as a family, say 2 with 2 children, neutral income, cost of living, you think they're going to go and can their apple butter? You think they're going to go make jelly? They're going to grab it off the shelf and go on with their business. And that's wrong. But what do? I still think the homestead community is just a little bubble, but in the bigger picture, in the bigger world, I looked at the markup at 300%. I see where they're doing this in mass amounts. Well, of course, your everyday household, and I don't think we are the everyday household, I understand it. I get it now. It makes sense because I would say, well, why do they want to buy that? Why don't they just can it? That's because their lifestyle is different from ours. And I'm not sure canning is going to be around to that particular group or majority of the individuals, is what I think. But I'll get deeper into this in a little bit. Let me see who. Hey, Michelle. You got that right. You don't know what's going in the vats. Well, now I'll tell y'all. I'll be honest. If y'all watched my video and I took a bite of my apple butter, and let me tell y'all what, was it good or what? But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My first bite, because you brought it up. You don't know what falls in. Now I'm supposed to be doing all this. I took my first bite and I said, something wrong up in here, y'all. You know, to myself. Yeah, how about I was chewing on a seed? Second bite I took. You know that little bitty hard piece that's around the core? Yeah, that was my second bite. And I said, damn, lady, you messed up. I'm glad it was just me getting it. So that I don't even want to know what falls into these big vats of stuff when I'm sitting here watching everything I'm doing and I'm still messing up. I'm human though, you know. But good thing it wasn't on my video because I wouldn't have known how to cut the center out. So y'all to see me going, yeah, you know, that's definitely not video worthy by no means. So I'm glad that didn't happen when I took my bite on my video. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Gold Rush. I'm trying to read these words, so y'all just bear with me before I get into the next one. Yeah, you can buy a cheeseburger for $1. Is it really a burger? I don't know. But anyway, then I started looking at more reports on apples because remember, I'm staying with apples. I didn't want to get off into some kind of Lippy rant and all that kind of stuff. But it said, this is the most current articles. And I took out of 3, read them, you know, they mimicked each other. Organic apples cost 47% more in price. Organic. 100% organic is 83%. I said, holy cow. Ding, ding, there again. You got to pay for what you want. Well, I'm sorry. The average household can't. Then when you start seeing what it costs, if you don't have, say, an apple orchard, or you don't have means to run down the road to get one, did it profit me? I don't know. You tell me. It profited me personally. It profited me to know that I'm controlling what I'm doing. But as far as money expense and the hours it took me, probably not. But I'm not going to change it. I'm still going to do what I do. I'm still going to put it up. But at the bigger picture, you wonder why canning is frowned upon. Well, they're making it to where, and when I say they, I'm talking about the industry, they're making it to where a lot of folks can't afford to do this. If you don't have access to walk in your backyard and thank you, and take some apples off the tree. I know I don't, but I know what I used to do, and I still do it. Only this year I couldn't because I'd had my surgery and I couldn't go get my pears. But you know them old green cannon pears? I get them for free here. Do you know how many years I have put up pear butter and pear jelly, and it tastes just like apple butter, and it tastes just like apple jelly. And guess what? The pears was free. And I can tell you they was truly organic because they sit in the old lady's yard and she don't do nothing. And the trees just hang. But I wasn't able to go get any this year. So I had to go get the apples and make the real stuff, if that makes sense. If y'all have access to them old cannon pears, grab them up. You won't know the difference. I promise you, you won't know the difference. So that's where my cost was just cut to nothing. Not this year. I had to actually outsource and purchase apples and make the real stuff. Oh, wow. You can sell soup? See, that's something I haven't got my feet wet in. Actually making something and then selling it without the stamp of approval of the little, what they call the gold stamp of the government. I hadn't figured that out. I hadn't indulged in that. So I just make it and I give it away. Family and friends only. I wouldn't dare give a stranger something. I'd be sued the next day. Anyway, so then I got to reading. This shocked me. I started looking at the percentage that I could find of homesteading. Well, it is a circle of us. We are a drop in the bucket. You know why? Because we're too old school. We're too slow for modern times. And it goes on to say that the more you research, and that I'm talking about the 2 generations back, they are smarter than we are, or a lot of us, because they're seeing where it's being sold and labeled differently. And they just say, you know what? I'm just going to take my chances and do it. That rises the cost up for the factories that's doing the organic. So the people out there then that doesn't have the mindset, oh, well, I'm just going to eat, live, blah, blah, blah. The ones that want to make a change that may not have the resources to outsource, purchase, and make it themselves, they going to pay the higher price. That's what you think. Nope. There's not but 28% of the people in this country that is truly purchasing organic. I don't mean by getting misled. I'm talking about actually purchasing it. Because the markup. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Oh, I didn't know that about apples and potatoes. Genetically cloned. That's like them chickens. Ain't there some kind of cloned chickens, fried chicken place that was cloning chickens, or did I dream that? Single man, and that's right. You don't put a price on freedom, and that's why you have top shelf, second shelf, middle shelf, low. It is a choice. It's our freedom as an individual, what we choose to do. That's why I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, that family of 6, y'all are doing it wrong. You've got to eat organic, or you've got to grow. Who the hell am I to tell them that? They're doing what they can do on the budget that they have. It's the way I see it. Don't make me right, and it don't make them wrong. Don't make them right, me wrong. It's a choice. We have a freedom to this. But it just shocked me on the cost. And I get it. I get why canning is we are dying breeds. And that's okay. I kind of was born canning. I guess I'll die canning. Do what? What did I miss? Pomona, what did I miss? I don't know what are you talking about dreaming? Good morning, Lonnie. Yeah, you can eat better. depending on what your situation is. Basically, I'm not going to starve myself to gain an extra 2 years. I'm not the one writing my journey anyway. It's already been written. So then I go back to, I said, Lord, the more I read, the more I'm finding big words. I said, uh-oh. So then I'm having to Google what the words mean. I'm telling y'all, I wrote a book here and I had to downsize it to 2 sheets of paper. Because I was like, before I do my live, I got to go to college and I ain't got enough time to do that. So 40% of Generation X, of course, I had to Google who Generation X was. That's the ones right now that's in the mid-20s. Backwards, I think, yeah, going backwards. 40%, this was a current poll that they did in May, believes that foods are truly organic. They don't believe that food is truly organic, so why pay double? You see the mentality? There again, it goes back to the cost. Goes back to that green dollar that will make or break you. It don't matter what it is. Yes, Sabrina, we do. Now, when you're talking about autoimmune disease, some of them you just got dealt a bad hand of cards when you was born. It just is what it is. And it sucks, but you know. And then a lot of it is created by what we have digested, not by our choice, but what has been available. Type what up? See, y'all up. See, I'm so nosy. I'm Generation X. We are in our, now it says Gen, Gen. It's some new, it's the new one. And I don't know what they mean by that, but it's the new one. It come behind the millennium. See, I'm learning all these words. But what they've done is they've taken 10 years, each section. And where we fall in, okay, well, where I fall in, born in the 60s, we are the majority now living of canners, preserving our foods. Majority. Now, not as a homestead community, because they're in all age groups, okay? We're in all, I'm talking about generations, okay? Every 10 years. Go back and do the research. It shocked the heck out of me. I was like, well, where's the people in the 40s and the 50s? Where's the people in the 70s? They're there, but as a majority rule, from 50 to 60 years right now in 2019, we are leading still in the canning. So makes me want to know what was going on in the 60s. What was our parents doing? Had to be teaching us, and then some that didn't know had to have learned it from computers and research. Because if I wouldn't have known about canning or growing up to it, I'd probably not be doing it. One, I didn't know how to research something. Had a library, you know. It's very fascinating to me. Then I went back and I started looking even more. And I said, oh, Lord. See, I did not realize that coming February of 2020, and Mo, that's why I said I was going to touch on this, that the United States Department of Agriculture will produce a label and can only be called organic if no pesticides, no synthetic fertilizers or GMOs is involved in the growing. Well, guess what, y'all? I'm not growing an organic garden, obviously, because I am using fertilizer. I'll tell y'all, I use triple 13. It's all I know. It works. The new stuff didn't work. I've spoke on that 100 times. I done beat that horse to death. So guess what? Here I am saying I'm growing organic. I ain't growing nothing organic, not if it's saying that synthetic, fertilizers triple 13 is not considered organic. So y'all won't be sitting here seeing Lippy say, well, I'm growing No, I ain't growing no organic garden. I'd be a liar. I would be a liar. So the cat's out the bag. I use triple 13. I don't know. You know? You kind of don't know what to say anymore. You don't know what to eat. You don't know what to say. You don't. So I just say, just do it. Just do it. But all of this research that I did all started because I wanted to see if it was really cost effective, not just me controlling what I was putting up, but is it cost effective for me to do this or just simply buy it? I'd say we got a major system flaw in our food industry. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And we're at the hands of the mercy of the bigger people. We really are. I need about probably 100 acres. I can't grow an apple, but I guess I can grow some pears. But in order for me to grow everything I really need to grow, I need to hit the lottery like yesterday. And we wonder why property's so high. Kind of makes you go, let's put a high price tag on this property. It makes people have to get shorter acreage. That's the less they can do if they're choosing to live this lifestyle. Yeah, I'd say we were some fools years ago, whoever voted these Cracker Jacks in. But that's another story that I ain't getting on here with. Anyway, so then I go and keep on looking about apples, and I see it. Okay, so what do I do if I bought a bag of apples? How would I get the pesticide off? Because remember, the thicker the skin, the less it penetrates to the meat, the core, the flesh of the apple. I could just peel it, throw the peelings away. Probably going to do that. Because then the more I did research, and y'all probably know this, I didn't know this, I could fill my sink up with water and put baking soda in it. And it's 2 parts of baking soda to 2 parts of water. Or if it's in a large vat, you can do 1-to-3 ratio as long as it's not city water. Didn't know that. And I could soak it, run them around for 15 minutes. It actually takes 75% of the pesticide off. I said, 75%. That means I'm only getting 25%. That's better than 100. And I could save myself about $15. You see where I'm going, folks? It's out there on this thing, this smart thing we walk around with. Anything we want to know, we could be the smartest person in the world. Or at least I think I am when I actually Google it and it pulls up exactly what I'm trying to find. So it's at our fingertips. I wished I'd have known this 10 years ago. I had no clue. So my journey to learning this, y'all are actually watching Lippy learn how to be smart with a smartphone because the information's out there. So I even did more research on this baking soda thing. How many people are really going to take the time to do that? They're just going to say, well, I'm going to go buy juice. Well, guess what? I might do the same thing because in my video, I showed where I bought organic Honeycrisp apple juice. At the end of my jelly video, I sat down and talked about what I did when my daughter was a child. Because I grew up canning, I couldn't afford to buy the fruit, so I would buy the juice. Now, I didn't say organic back then. There was no soda. I don't know what was in it, okay? I'm here, I'm living, so I don't know, but I made my jelly. I did the cost. If I just went and bought a gallon of apple juice today, organic, and just made my jelly, I'd have cut my cost by 37%. I wouldn't have had to peel the apples, wouldn't have had to soak them. I wouldn't have had to do any of that. I just went and reached and grabbed my juice. I'm not going to tell y'all next year that I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go buy my apple juice and call it done. Y'all see what I'm saying? We cannot do what we really want to do because it's going to break the bank. But we can outsource and do it a different way. And we're going to get probably a better result. Or at least I think so. And I'm talking about the ones that don't have apple orchards. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about apples because that's what brought the conversation in. And cost comparison. Time is money. But I don't like to put a price on my time because it's out of love, you know. Well, thank you, Pomona. So, I get it. I understand it better. And I hate it because this right here, that's some good jelly. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's some good jelly. Did I really, was it really worth it? Let me see if I can get y'all in the camera. I'm looking over here. Y'all, I'm being smart. I got my cell phone here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Whoa. I don't need it on my laptop. That's pretty jelly. But I could have went on down, got me some good apple juice, and made my own jelly. So I want to let y'all know. Good morning, Patty. If you can't get the apples, if you can't get muscadine grapes, if you're in the South, go on down there and buy you some grape juice. Buy you some apple juice. Buy the juice that's on the shelf. Get the best that you can afford. Make your jellies. Put it up. You're still controlling a lot of it. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm way short. I need another. Ready for this? I need 3 more. 3 more. That's 60 more pounds of apples. It's another $100 to carry myself for the rest of the year for the amount that my family eats. Now you think about that price. That's $171. Not counting jars. And you wonder why people don't can? It slapped me in my face because I've never actually did the math. And don't ask me what plopped in my head yesterday. I said, I wonder if it's cheaper for me just to go buy it. Well, then that got me into this and that, and it's like that rat on that wheel that just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. Well, that rat got busy and I just kept researching and researching. And my good friend on here, I said, am I doing wrong by asking about it or talking about this topic? Am I fixing to spin off and get some hate mail? She said, well, Lippy, last Tuesday when you talked about the weather, you didn't. So why not? Y'all never know what Lippy's going to come up with. But I guess the point of all of this morning was to say, yeah, I get it. I get it now. I get why people don't want to get more involved in this lifestyle. Because it costs too much. I'm not going to change. I'll change what I get, but I'm still going to live the same lifestyle. You know what I mean? Oh, single man, you're blessed if you are. I mean, there's a lot of us. Hey, Bernice, we just don't have it. and to purchase it outsource. And I'll tell you, Azra's, that's how I pronounce it. They offer awesome stuff, really at a good price. Not at a good price for your normal central households. And I'm talking about central. Can't afford it. I mean, I guess you could. What are you going to give up? You know, where's the trade-off? I don't know. I guess you could eat 100%, 100% healthy and just light a candle and not pay a light bill. I mean, I don't know, y'all. All I know is we in trouble. We in trouble because this is why we are in the health crisis we're in, because we had a break in our system. Mm-hmm. And the average person don't have a choice. It's pretty sad if you ask me. Now, see, Tracy, that's smart. I don't have access to an Amish store, but see, you do. That's what I'm saying. All of us together, where we live at in our communities, there is so much stuff within our reach that we can migrate to that. But anything that's not, we got to outsource it or do without. Now, there's a lot of things I do without. It's fine with me. But there's a lot of things I won't ever do without. I don't care what it does to me. I'm 54 years old. If I can't live, eat what I want within moderation, and live, then it makes no sense. You know, I'm not going to go graze in my rabbit bed. I call it my lettuce. I'm not going to do it. So I think you got the extremes. Who? Oh, you're not talking to me. See, I can't talk and read. See, this is when I need to learn how to talk and read at the same time because I'm missing all sorts of good conversations. Oh, I didn't see you was on here, Francine. See, I was running my mouth. See, Sabrina, that's what I'm talking about. You had a hard hit at home, but y'all had to outsource and get what you could get to put food on the table for your family. You're not always going to be prepared for these things. I don't know about y'all, but this weather change got my nose just running. Y'all know what y'all talking about? Essential oil. Oh, don't get me started on essential oils. Did y'all know what I said the other day? Was it my last Tuesday talk? We was talking about essential oils, and I got the little kit. Well, y'all, I didn't know it was called frankincense. I thought it was called Frankenstein. And somebody sent me a message and said, it's called frankincense. I said, oh, I don't know. I ain't never opened it because I didn't know what it was for. But y'all, I've been calling it for like 2 years, Frankenstein. And the word to me just didn't make sense. I thought that must be some bad stuff for like something really bad you got, you know. I don't need to, yeah. Y'all see why I'm trying to research now? Yeah, so I don't be calling, hey, y'all, I got some Frankenstein essential oil. People going to be looking at me like I'm slapped nuts. You was asking about garlic? You ain't talking to me, are you? That's why I like to be on the other side. I like to be on the side where y'all are at and not on this side. That way I can talk to everybody. You know how hard it is to talk to a whole bunch of people? Boy, if I was a popular channel, I don't know how I'd keep that. Just roll, 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 roll. Oh, you got to go, Patty? Well, be careful wherever you're going. See, I missed the whole subject of that. That's right, Heaven's Essential. When our power goes out, we have the means. But what I was trying to get to, and maybe I didn't do justice to this. As a whole, we are the rare ones. And so I hope that the generations connected to us individually are willing to learn this, because they're not going to be where we're at if power goes out for 2 or 3 days. We got our canned foods, but I understand why it's a dying breed of canners and homesteading and the mass. I'm talking about as a whole, country as a whole. Hey, keeping it real, because y'all, they can't afford to do it. They're just going to buy it off the shelf and say, okay, I'm eating it. It's what I can afford. And it's sad. It is very, very sad. Oh, I can't hardly keep up with them, honey, but I sure be talking. I ain't lying. If I'm on Sherry's, I'll be asking questions. Well, I've learned so much. We ain't gonna get into that. I do have a notebook. Y'all don't want to read my notes. Nope. I don't think a college professor could decipher it. But I can. Because I write how I think. Tyler says I'm pretty. Oh, that's just because I washed my hair. No, I washed my hair, people, but I mean, I washed it this morning. Sweet Jesus, I almost sound like I don't take a bath. I do that. I see we're 100% electric here, but we have a fireplace. And this Friday on our live, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'm got something cooking in the fireplace for our Friday live. I sure do. Sure do. Oh, and speaking of that, y'all, I don't know what time it is. Some of you know, or maybe not. I don't know if that's public information. I'm probably going to screw. Sherry, if I screw this up, tell me. Well, what's the word? We're being reviewed to be monitored. Some about monetized. We done hit all of our hours. Okay. You think, oh, that's great. Yeah, no, how do I say this? I don't care. I'm not here for that purpose, but okay. I'm being reviewed now. I done whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. Okay. Well, that comes with a whole different set of rules. Sure does. And I'm not so sure I'm gonna be able to follow those rules. So we're gonna see how this goes. Y'all may see me with a tablet every time I get on here and be looking at, okay, is that a word? Is that a word I can say? Come on, y'all. Have y'all seen the rules? Don't know if Lippy's got it in her, but I'm gonna do my best so they don't I don't know, put me in YouTube jail or whatever that thing's called. But yeah, I don't know who wrote them rules, but they pretty ridiculous if you ask me. What did Sherry say? Sure I can. Sherry, you said I'm kind of like your daughter. I can follow. I ain't never followed. Well, now I don't break the law. I don't steal from nobody. But sweet Jesus, me following rules like y'all, I didn't realize my language would get me just black flagged or something. Because you can't say the D word or the S word. So you can't say the poo-poo word. And you can't use the water. You can't, you can't. Well, that's my favorite two words. Not that it's my favorite by choice, it's favored by habit. So y'all gonna see Lippy coming up with some off the wall words. And the only thing I know to do is write it on paper and say, this is what it really means. But I don't even know if I can do that. So yeah, Lippy fixing to learn a whole new vocabulary, Lord sweet Jesus. We shall see how that goes. I know what's going to happen. Buddy going to be over there going, hit me on the leg. Or give me that look like, oh God, can I hit the off button? He been trying to find that off button for 20 years. He ain't found it yet. And you see, I've been watching names. He ain't slipping in this time. New live from Lippy's lips. Oh Lord, that would have to be PG-13. See, I could have really ramped up on my research that I've been doing, but I tried to keep it. I tried to just hit spots because y'all some intelligent people on here. Y'all knew where I was going, but I just kind of gave you the directions to let y'all drive it on in today. I think I got my point across without like really kind of over talking. You know what I mean? I can do that a whole lot. I can way over talk, but I love that. From Lippy's lips. Boy, if I could get away with that, you talk about talk. I'd have somebody to talk to. Oh, what do you mean, poor Buddy? Is Buddy on here, bub? Oh, no, you just meaning poor Buddy. Oh, okay, I think so. That sucker snuck in on me last Tuesday when I was popping my gums about him. Yeah, I heard all about it in a text message. Oh, let's do a vote. What y'all think? Instead of sweet tea and Miss Lippy, let's go to from Lippy's lips. Oh, that's kind of almost, y'all, how would that even sound? It sounds good to me, but my sense of humor is way different from a lot of other sense. I don't know if people even have a sense of humor no more. Oh, you can't say, let me tell you, single man, I got ripped a new what here about 5 days ago. I said, sweet Jesus. And I made a person unhappy. That's all right. I blocked her. She's fine now. She moved on to somebody else. Oh, I can do that? Might not want to Google Lippy Lips. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I can see where that might be. Yeah, I don't want to be put in that category by no means. I might, though, change it up to something. You never know what I might come up with. I had to run it by Buddy, though. He's my partner. Not a channel name. Let's see, not a channel. Oh, yeah. Now I understand, Sherry. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, because see, if you wouldn't explain that, y'all, I'd have put, Lippy's lips and God. Where would that got me, okay? Probably on down the alphabet instead of PG-13, it got me way, way on there now to the end of the alphabet. But I know now what I'm doing. Boy, that poor rat's going to be so tired by tonight. My buddy loves Tuesdays. You know why? Because by the time I get through talking to y'all, he comes in, how was your day? And I just say, oh, it was good. Because, see, I done runt these lips. I'm going to get another bite. And I'm doing this on purpose because this is the jar that had failure. There ain't nothing wrong, failure, with that. Y'all, follow my recipe just one time. That's the best stuff, I'm telling you, since sliced bread. Nothing against you folks that don't eat no bread. See what I'm talking about? I don't know how to talk no more when it comes to this computer stuff. Boy, I'm going to tell y'all what. I get off here, I'm eating me a peanut butter and apple butter sandwich. Telling you, if it hair lips the poke, I'm eating it with the bread. Yeah. Ask me tomorrow if I liked it. I'll probably have another one tomorrow. I ate a half a jar, y'all. It was so good. You'll get. Oh, okay. Y'all, what if I did my lives and use Lippy's lips and I go in there and find me some red lipstick? Smear that stuff on there. Boy, I tell y'all what. Let me tell y'all a funny. You know, always got a story to tell. Let me tell y'all a funny. Felicia was 7 years old. And the ones on here that don't know, she's my daughter. She'll be 33 the middle of the month. She was 7 and she wanted to enter in the Easter doll pageant. So we went to JCPenney's, got her a cute little dress. Now, I didn't dress her up like a pageant kid, you know, where they do all the hair. And I wanted her to still look like a little girl, you know. So got her a cute little old dress and put some sponge rollers. I don't know if some of y'all know, but there's them old pink sponge rollers. I sponge rolled her hair before she went to bed. Had it all, and I got a picture. I had to pull it out and show y'all on Friday Live. Anyway, I put just a little powder, and I was at where I worked. I worked at K&B Drug, and in the pharmacy, I was a pharmacy tech. And I went through the makeup, and they come out with this new lip gloss, and I could read where it said it won't smear or smudge or something. So I got a discount and I grabbed it up. It was a cute little old light pink color. I said, okay, just enough, but I don't want her to look like no little 7-year-old clown running around, you know. So I get her all dolled up. I said, all right, let mama put your lipstick on. So I open it up and a whiff come across like, kind of don't smell right, but okay, you know. Yeah, parents, listen to me. Now, y'all, you new parents, you probably know this. So I put it on her lips, got it all up on there. I said, all right, do this. And it kind of stuck a little bit. She said, Mama, I said, what? She said, it's kind of burning. Mama, it's kind of burning real bad. And I said, well, let me see what this, y'all, I done put fingernail polish on my child's lips. They had come out with the fingernail polish. I don't know if y'all ever was look like lipstick, a sponge, so you wouldn't smear it. And yeah, you try to wash that off. Well, it gave her cute little old puffy lips. Needless to say, she won the Easter doll pageant. She sure did. She had little pink lips for about a week. I felt like a horrible parent. I threw that crap in the trash. I sure did. Put fingernail polish on my child's lips. Yeah. And it was prior to both. I'm talking about she had some cute little pucker lips, but boy, I could see her eyes were like, Mama, this is burning. I'm thinking, oh Lord, what's in this stuff? Yeah. Yeah, so Lippy's always had a little bit of, I was a busy lady. You know, I was a single parent. I'm trying to work, pay bills, be the best mama I could be. You know, there's failure and everything. Well, I failed big time on that one, but she won the Easter doll. So she was happy about that. Her lips stopped hurting because then we got to go to Bonanza and celebrate. Yeah, that was a big celebration back then, get to go to Bonanza. I don't even know if they have Bonanzas this day and time. They probably sold out of business 20 years ago. Somebody call CPS. Single man. If my child was here, she could tell you some stories on her mama. She could tell you some stories. But I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I'm going to tell on my own self. But it's good stories to tell. Y'all probably didn't do some of this stuff, but hey, it happens. What they say, nope, can't say that. Poop happens, y'all. Y'all, I'm working real hard on this vocabulary. Y'all just pray for me. That's all I can say. All right, it is close to 11 o'clock, or am I wrong on this? Yep, it's 11 o'clock. I want to eat. I'm hungry. My stomach's sitting over here just growling like crazy. I got to cook supper for Buddy. I don't know what I want to cook. I might pull like some chili out the freezer or something. And I got to get in that garden and plant. Y'all see I got a whole lot of gotta do's. Y'all don't see me jumping either, do you? It's a gotta do up here. It's just I got to get the bud up to get going. And it's got lead in it today. I don't know why. Probably because I overworked yesterday. But it's all full of lead. So I don't know how long I'm going to sit in this chair. Not too long, because I need to go get that peanut butter sandwich. Protein's good for you, y'all. Oh, broccoli rice soup sounds good. Buddy wouldn't eat that. No, Buddy, he loves broccoli, but he ain't going to eat no broccoli and rice soup. Now, I would. I'd tear it up in a minute, y'all. Wait, let me see. What did you do? Oh, Sherry. Sherry, I didn't got them. Oh, no, I didn't do nothing wrong. Never mind. I didn't know that little bar right there would move like that. Okay, y'all don't even see what I'm talking about. And let's see, I'm talking out loud. Anyway, there's a little bar over there on the other side, and I took my mouse and I said, well, what's this? Because I was going to be smart and try to close out without having y'all watch me hunt for the red button. Yeah, I didn't know that was the bar that slid y'all down. Who knew? But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this, what would you call it? Lippy's cost to apple butter and apple jelly. And a little something, something extra. That's the best way to call it, a little something, something extra. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. So now we got to do this. Oh, boy. Oh, there's everybody. Y'all over here. United, was you already on here and I missed you? Uh-oh. You can get on to me Friday. I'll be ready for you. Oh, I got a good one for y'all Friday. Yep. Buddy don't know. I don't ever tell him till like the day of. I don't want him like go tell his boss send me out of town. So, but I got a good one. It's gonna be fun, y'all. But until Friday, I guess I'll see you folks in the next 2 days. I got to garden, and garden, and get my fireplace ready. So that's what I'm gonna be doing over the next few days. So until next time, I wish nothing but happiness, blessings for all of y'all. See you later.